Hello. Um, so, more bases. This time for the white scars because the tau one ran over, so I've split these into two videos. And the first thing I need to do before I set about kind of making the scenic part of the scenic bases is regarding the attack bikes. I like to put attack bikes on bases. I think it looks weird if you've got a bike and then an attack bike sat lower with no back. I think it looks weird. So I build bases, square, slightly bigger than, I don't know, 70 mil, whatever these are. Yeah, about 70 mil square. But in order to make sure that these corners look right, I build them out of bike bases. So it takes me 2 bike bases to build one of these and some plastic card. So what I do is I cut along that axis, and that makes a curved corner. Separate those. I cut the curves off all of these and I insert it as straight edges. You can see that there. So there's the curve intact, there's the straightener. Strengthen the middle with plastic card, goo over the top. So that's what I'm going to do. I do use a straight edge to do this, and I do use a very sharp scalpel blade because the corners are really important to preserve. So I will mark those with the straight edge before I do anything. Once you've got through the corners, nothing else matters. I mean, I can go wobbly 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 down here and plastic card and goo and you won't see it, but the corners need to be right. And the trick is you've got to be careful with the pressure you apply, because if you apply too much pressure and you cut it too much in one go, you'll lose that corner because it will splay out. So there. So we've got that now. Alright, that's gone a little bit wonky. That one's alright now. The other thing about doing this is if you do those bits first, I mean I can and will fill, so if you look at this one, you'll see there was a wonky corner which got some green stuff. That one's cracked away, so you can see that that's a slightly wonky corner, but with a bit of squadron putty or green stuff you can disguise that, and I will. Okay, so there's this bit. So, and on this one we're cutting the very last second on the curve. Yeah, and keep a little bit of it. If you look from the other side, you see we're just taking off the curve. One more. And then we split this. Have the pieces we need now. There. So we cut some plastic card. I've got some scrap plastic card, and in fact the easiest way to do this is to kind of glue it from the back, but if you do it that way, you've got to be careful of one thing. So cutting these, I don't know if you can see this, gives you a raised bevel here, and if I try and lay that flat now, it's standing proud here. So before I do this, I have to just take that burr off. Now it'll lay flat. This is probably going to bite quite quickly, so I'm not going to use any accelerant. And this is only going to be to provide enough strength to hold it together until I've got the grey stuff on top. Oops. Okay. Styrene and plastic and super glue normally bond much faster than that. Sorry about that. Okay, maybe I will use a little kicker. So the important thing to match up here is the edges. It's not about the corners, because we can use some filler on those. Bit of an interruption, so there we go, all glued together. You just need to trim these edges off, and the strength, I mean it's all right, but the real strength comes from the layer of I've used filler before, and I've used grey stuff, Magic Sculpt. I'll probably use Magic Sculpt on these. I just sand it, well, just shave it down a little bit. So now we take this area here where there's a bit of plastic art sticking over the edge that we want, and we just pare that back. Likewise here. Go in with the grey stuff, put a layer on, fill the slight gaps there, and we will have made another one of these, which when painted, you wouldn't know it wasn't a Fisher product. I just think they look a little bit better than cramming them onto 40mm bases where they kind of hang, 60mm bases where they hang over the edges and things, and they, because they have the same profile here, they rank up nicely with the bikes. So here we go. I'll see you in the next one.